wonder world, magic fills the air.
Wonder, wonder world's a wonderific fair.
Wild rides and water slides, roller coasters sing. Great delightments, new excitements, all your pets take wing. In wonderful wonder world, happiness is king. In wonder world, fantasies come true. It's a happy world we do. In wonder world, where happiness is king.
What's up, guys? Fears, audience, fears, movies, audience, audience. Welcome to the Fears Podcast. That's right, my friends. Fears has got his Spider-Man t-shirt on today. He's all... Yeah, exactly. Spider webbing. Yo, bitches, I'm Spider-Man. Hey, bitch, I'm Spider-Man. All right, enough of that garbage. All right, welcome. Did you guys like my version of Spider-Man? It wasn't too much over the top. It was all right. It was okay. I liked it. All right, let's open up the chat, shall we? Well, welcome to the Fears Podcast. I hope you are well. I hope you're doing very well. Whoever cuts those videos for my TikTok, please cut the Spider-Man one, because I want to put that on my TikTok too. I would greatly appreciate that. I don't know who that guy is, and he is hilarious, and he says a lot of hilarious stuff in the Discord. So please, pretty please, cut that Spider-Man bit for me, because I really want to put that on my TikTok. All right, let me open up the chat. There we are. Appreciate that. All right, there we are. Switching from top chat to live chat. All right, well, I got a bunch of stuff to talk to you guys about today. All good things. Hope you guys are doing well. The first thing is tomorrow is Wednesday. I finally get to hang out with my friend Eric. Eric is my best buddy. Eric is in town for his family reunion thing. There's like 20 of Eric's family here. Hopefully I'll get to hang out with Eric and his family. He said he's on a tight schedule. He said, Wednesday I can hang out, Fears. He said, I told the family I'm going to duck away and come hang out with you. And I was like, that's cool. And he said, and so hopefully I can come to dinner with them or something, you know, before, so I said, that'll work out perfectly, my friend. I said, I work at night. And then he said, well, when do you sleep, Fears? I said, well, I'll sleep in the morning. And he's like, great. He's like, pick me up tomorrow around 11. And I was like, that's fine. I said, that'll give me more than enough time to get home, get a couple hours, you know, winkies, little winks, and then I'll be able to rock and roll. So there it is. It's been a pretty good day. Work was pretty good last night. We only had 33,000, so very easy day, my friends. Very easy day. So I was in, finished the job, out, went back to bed, woke up, did some laundry. I did a little bit of editing on my next video, which, by the way, there's a new vlog out. Larry made a cameo in it. Well, his voice did. His voice made a cameo. Randall was in it. Someone went, what, Fears? No mini golf? The key word is no mini golf yet. No mini golf yet. But we will. The next time Larry comes into town, we are mini golfing it up, my friends. So yeah. I got my coffee rocking and rolling. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog yesterday. It seems like it. It's already got like 63 views. So yeah. Let's see, what else is going on? Yeah, right after work, came home, went to sleep, woke up at around, let's see, it's 3:59 now. I woke up at 11. So I did some laundry, did some editing, went to the post office, which, by the way, someone asked in the Discord, because I work at FedEx, anything big, like if I ship a package or something to my mom, I use FedEx. If it's just a greeting card or a birthday card, then I just put that in the normal mail, you know? Like, whenever I collect my mail in my neighborhood, there's a little letter box. So if I pay a bill, I just put it in the letter box, boom, like that. But Tyler was asking, Fears, since you work at FedEx, do you ever use their services? And I said, absolutely. Anytime I send a big-ass package to, like, a friend or Randall or my mom or my brother or whoever, of course I use FedEx, you know. Anyway, today's topics are doing a Geek haul, then I'm reviewing Star Wars Episode 2, and then I finally finished this big monstrosity, all 9 seasons of Little House on the Prairie. Very good television show. I highly recommend it, my friends, because they don't make TV shows like this anymore. I wish they would. This is good old-fashioned American television, and I really wish they would make more TV shows like that. What's up, Richie? Richie says, hey, Fears. What up, my friend? Richie is the first one to chat. So who will be number 2? So, yeah. Everybody in the Discord was asking if I was going to stream. And I said, ask and you shall receive, my friends. I literally came home, checked the Discord, and then Vision said, hey, Fears, are you planning any streams? And literally, as I was checking it, I was setting up the stream. So I was like, ask and you shall receive, my friends. Anyway. Let's see. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yesterday in the Discord was kind of a shit show. It was bad. It was very bad. I'm not blaming anyone. It was a little bit of their fault and my fault. I'm not putting all the blame on them. It was my fault too. So I'm admitting, because someone said I never admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. And yesterday was a shit show. So hopefully we can look past that. And today's a better day. Today's a new day. And let's just forget about what happened about yesterday. Cool. All right. On to Jeff. Jeff, I'm plugging away. This is Jeff's segment. If you guys do not take a photo of this, Fears will beat you up. I'm just joking. No, I won't. But you got to come to Jeff's shows. Come to Jeff's shows. This one, highlighted in black, is the best show out of the entire year. Jeff seems to think so. I know so, because I've been to it not once, but twice. This year will make 3 times, my friends. 3 times. 3 glorious times. Oh, and Jason Cool, just to let you know, when I went to Super RetroCon the second time, I believe that's when I met Adam the Woo. I don't think I met him the very first time at the first Super RetroCon. I could be wrong. It's been quite a long time. So we'll see. Anyway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 shows left, my friend, because the 14th one was the Star Wars one that I just posted. So, if you get a chance, take a picture of this. Go to any and all shows, my friends, and if you want more information, go to Florida Toy Shows and Expos on their website, FloridaToyShowsAndExpos.com, or just go to their Facebook page, Florida Toy Shows and Expos, my friends. So there it is. And now that I have finished this, it's time to pick a new television show to watch. And Fears has already made his selection. Right here. I've already made my selection. First season, The Mandalorian. And as soon as I get done with this, the second season of The Mandalorian. I've been wanting to watch this for so long. And season 3 is not out yet, I don't think. Either they just finished filming it, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but as soon as it comes out, I am going to get the Steelbook, because Steelbook number 2, Steelbook number 1. So, I'm going to start watching the very first episode tonight, right before work. So, hell yeah. Because as soon as this is done, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to edit. And then later on, I'm going to get some dinner. Probably Eric may stop by. He's either going to stop by tonight, and we're going to eat dinner at my house, or he's going to call me and let me know what the plans are for tomorrow. Because the plans for tomorrow, so far, he said, Fierce, I'm begging you. He goes, will you take me to that Hogan's beach shop? I said, sure, buddy. I said, that's not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. So I know we're doing that for sure, and me and my buddy Eric, we're going to grab lunch. So, but that's all I know. He's seen a couple of my FYE stops. So I said, Eric, what do you think, FYE? And he goes, maybe, Fierce. So it's whatever my buddy Eric wants to do. Yo, Visions! What's up, my friend? Good to see you. What's up, Dan Aykroyd? What's up, John? What's up, Richie? And what's up, Visions? So, Visions, I was just telling everybody, since you just got here, I have just completed this huge monstrosity. But it's a good monstrosity. They don't make television shows like this anymore, my friend. It was a pretty good show with a lot of morals, a lot of values. I don't know if it's the first show to talk about Jesus and God, but they do talk a lot about Jesus and God because the family in the show goes to church every Sunday, which you don't see a lot on television these days. And shame on the networks for not showing that, because church is a big part of families' lives. And even if you don't have a family, it's a big part of anyone that believes in religion, you know? So they should put that more on television. But nonetheless, I've decided what I'm going to watch next, my friends. And the next one is The Mandalorian. Finally, Fears has had this for months. Well, I've had this one for months, and then whenever this one came out, I finally bought it. But I bought this like, oh Lord, maybe 7-8 months ago. I shit you not. I don't know if I'm precise on how many months, but I've had it for a while, my friends, for a while. So, I'm going to watch the first episode right before work tonight, and I am pretty damn excited, because as you guys all know, I'm a big Star Wars geek. So, these are the next two until they have Season 3 come out, because I don't know how many seasons this television show is going to produce, but we'll find out. Yo! D-Man is in his house. D-Man says, the question is, does Randy own that hat? He does own that hat. It seemed like everybody liked Randall's hat in the vlog. Vision said that was a pretty cool hat. You said something about it, D-Man. I think one other person said it. And I can attest, and I would not lie to you guys, Randy bought that hat. He already owned that hat before the vlog. People loved it. I loved it. The fans loved it. Everybody at the convention loved it. Randall got so many responses from that hat. That's one cool hat. My hat's just peanuts, you know, compared to that hat. So there it is. Alright. I think I'm going to put on my headphones today. Get that good quality sound going, my friends. Alright. See, the thing is, the reason why I get these big ones is because, like, when I edit, like, I buy the professional gaming ones. This is a professional, like, gamers one, right? I haven't plugged it in yet. I will. I just like when I'm editing or listening to music, because I listen to music whenever I edit. I like that the music surrounds my entire ears. All the sound is put in my ear, right? To me, it's better to edit that way. And plus, I shit you not, you guys, I cannot stand those little earbud things that people put in. It'll irritate my fucking ear, and then Fears will be doing all that shit. I cannot stand that. So this is 10 times easier. Oh, okay, it's time to edit. Bam! Plug this in. It goes over my head like this. All the sound is built into Fears' ears. All right, I'm ready to start editing. All right, now let me plug this in so you guys can actually get better sound quality. Oh, wait, I got to plug it over here. I always forget. They need to put another plug for this on this side. Okay. There we are. Let me turn that up just a little bit. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. All right, there we are. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear that. All right. Let me get back to John's question, and then we'll mosey on. Might want to get the lint roller out on that hat. Maybe just take the hat off. You look better without it. I know, John. It's getting pretty dirty. I do need to remove a bunch of that. It is quite. Yeah, there's a lot of. Well, sometimes I lint roll it, and then other times I'll just throw my hat in the dishwasher. Because I looked up how to wash hats, and they said a good way is to put your hat on the very top shelf of the dishwasher, put it through the spin cycle, of a dishwasher, bam, and then it'll wash everything off. A few times I've done that. Like once a year, I'll just put nothing but my hats in the dishwasher, run them through, and then it's really good. It's a quick, easy way to do it. So yeah. Yo, Dan Aykroyd, he says, John, what motivated you to watch Little House on the Prairie? Seems like a change of pace from your usual action horror diet. This is a good question, Dan. Well, Fears does appreciate television. I love movies more, but I watched it for 2 reasons, Dan Aykroyd. Number 1, I love old television. Old television. Like, I would seriously love to get the old black and white Fugitive. Before my dad died, he said, John, I know you love old television. He goes, you know how, like, me and you, we watched The Fugitive? And I was like, yeah, Dad, that's a great movie. Harrison Ford it up. And he goes, yeah. He goes, you know what that's based off of? I had no idea that there was a television show first. No idea. I thought that was just a movie that they made up, and they're like, hey, Harrison, you'd be great for it, My dad's like, no, I grew up on the old black and white one. And my dad's like, you would love it, John. He goes, if you love The Fugitive movie, you'll love the television show. So I promised my dad I would watch that at some point. I need to find it. But the first, to answer your question, Dan Aykroyd, is I love old television. I'm not saying television today is bad. Well, actually, let me rephrase it. Some TV today is bad. Other TV, like I've said many times before, I went to my library and I rented The Flash. And I didn't watch all of it, but I watched most of it. I had to return it. And it was great. The TV show, The Flash, from what I saw, fucking brilliant. I mean, amazing. I watched all of Gotham. Brilliant! I love Batman. Not as much as Superman, because Superman is the inspiration for Fears Man. But I like Batman, like Randall. Gotham was fucking amazing. I loved it. I'm just saying, some TV shows, they don't make TV shows like Little House on the Prairie. They built sets out in the middle of nowhere. They made all those authentic clothes. They got great guest stars. There's great morals and great values. And my mom and dad raised me to be a gentleman. And that show, they teach you about religion, people's feelings, their thoughts, morals, values, all that shit. Now, granted, I do love horror. Because there's 2 types of horror that I love. Horror that absolutely, scares the shit out of me, where I'm like, oh, damn, that was fucking creepy, that was fucking scary. Then there's the other horror, Friday the 14th, where it's just fucking mad chaos. I've only seen the trailer and visions. I cannot wait to see that horrible piece of garbage. Or Killer Clowns. That is not scary whatsoever. I'm like, time to make some popcorn. This is going to be fucking hilarious. So, to answer your question, Dan Aykroyd, I've got a whole section right over there. You guys have seen it of television. So I like good television, and then I like cheesy television, like Tales from the Crypt is pretty cheesy, but it's good. Quantum Leap is pretty cheesy. Some time traveler guy from I think he's from the 25th century or some shit like that. I can't remember. So I like television. I just like the older. Like MacGyver is fucking brilliant. You guys know this. Hell, I've got the MacGyver knife on the wall. So hopefully that answers your question. So I like movies more, Dan Aykroyd, but I appreciate television. So, and I just think that they, Highway to Heaven. Michael Landon, he was a great man. It's a shame that he passed away. He was brilliant as Charles in Little House on the Prairie. And then he was brilliant as Jonathan Smith on Highway to Heaven. So, I think they should make more television shows for families and couples and loved ones, and it teaches you all the values to make you a constructive member of society. So that's my 2 cents on it. But it is a good show. It's a very good show. So yeah. D-Man says that hat is awesome. It is! You are correct, my friend. You are... What, my hat or Randall's? They're both awesome, but here's the thing. Randall's hat is a little bit more awesome than my hat. I'm just saying. Anyway. So hopefully that answered your question, Dan Aykroyd. Alright, well, I think we should start things off with a bang, and I'm going to do the Geek Haul first, my friends. Alright, here we go. So, first stop, I went to GameStop. And the reason why I wore my Spider-Man shirt today is because I got a Spider-Man shirt, a new Spider-Man shirt. So look at this bad boy. Oh yeah, look at that. Awesome. Pretty sweet. Yo, Shadow Collector, what's up? He says, the Shadow Collector here to collect your souls. Holy shit. Oh my god! No, Jason's a good guy. He would never do that. So, Spider-Man shirt. Awesome. Alright. Alright. Fear's got some more jeans. Because the other jeans, I had 2 jeans I had to throw away because they had holes in them. I guess I had worn them out so much that when I sat down, there was kind of a big hole in the buttocks region. And I didn't want people seeing my my drawers, my underwear, so I threw those away. And I got some jeans. So there it is. And then I think you know what's coming next. If Fears buys jeans, I'm very predictable, my friends. Very predictable. Shirt. Hawaiian shirt. Hawaiian shirt? Yes. See, I told you. There we are. Oh, hang on. It's falling off. There we are. The hanger fell off, but that's alright. Nice! I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. There we are. And then Jack Skellington. He's all skelety. There it is. Magnet. My computer is made out of metal, so I'm gonna put this right on my keyboard right here. So I'm just gonna, oh, hang on. Oh, well, you can't see it. I'm just gonna put it right there. Right there, my friends. There it is. I'm just gonna put it right there. And then, last but not least, Fear's got some new cologne. And the box is, I guess it's been on the shelf for quite a long time because that's the way I bought it. The box looks quite old, but let's open it up, shall we? You know what? I haven't even smelt this yet. I'm going to put some on. Smells good. Nice. It smells nice. So there it is. All right. And that's it. That's it. That was the nerd haul. It does smell nice. I put a little bit too much on. A dab will do you. I meant to go for a dab, and then I had to pull it back. That's why some of it kind of splashed up on me, because I put a little dab on. I was like, oh, shit. Pulled it off. But, you know, it does all right. Let's see. Have you seen the new baseball jerseys at Walmart? There's Punisher, Deadpool, and Bart Simpson. No, I have not, Jason. But maybe tomorrow when I hang out with my buddy Eric, maybe we'll have to make a Walmart stop, because you know me and the Punisher, my friend. I fucking love the Punisher. Love the Punisher. I probably the Punisher is my second. I would say it would go Superman's first, then the Punisher, and then Batman. Those are my 3 faves. Because Punisher, I think if anyone killed anyone's family, the Punisher is very believable. He's like, oh, what? You killed my family. Well, fuck you. It's time for revenge time. Because if anyone killed my dog or my brother or my mom, I would be up for bloody murder. I'd be like, I will hunt you down, and I will fucking kill you. Because my family means so much to me. So, the Punisher is very believable. He's like, oh, what? You killed my family? You fucking gang members? You fucking mobsters? Well, guess what? A fucking storm is coming your fucking way. Frank Castle is no more. Because now you've really pissed me off. Frank Castle is no more. I'm the fucking Punisher. Bitch. Here I come. So, yeah. So. But no, I will look out for them, Jason. I didn't know that was a thing. Plus, who doesn't like Bart Simpson? Bart Simpson. Hey, man. You know. Eat my shorts, man. You know. And then, who's Homer's next door neighbor? Isn't it Ned Flanders or some shit like that? Like, well, howdy ho, neighbor! You know, that fucking guy with his fucking mustache and the glasses. I can't believe no one's ever made a movie version of The Simpsons. I know they made a cartoon movie, Jason, but they need to make, like, a real life, like, live action. Obviously, don't put humans with yellow paint on their face, but, like, use real people and make a real life Simpsons movie, you know? You know, find some tall, fat guy, you know, balding guy to play Homer, you know, and then find some kid, you know, and spike his hair like in a flat top, you know, and put a blue t-shirt on him like Bart Simpson. I'm sure they could pull it off. I would love to see a live action. That'd be fucking sweet. But I will definitely look out for those jerseys. And then who doesn't like Deadpool? Deadpool's hilarious, you know. As he's killing people, he, like, breaks the fourth wall and talks to the audience. He's like, literally, like in the movies and in the comic books, he breaks the fourth wall. Hey guys, you see that dipshit over there? I'm about to kill him because he's a bad guy. I'm going to put a bullet in his brain and then I'm going to laugh at him, you know? You know, and then he does it and goes, see how there's blood coming out of the guy's head? Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Let's kill some more evil villains. And then Deadpool will go on his merry way, you know? Or he'll start singing and dancing as he's killing people, you know? So it's hilarious. Oh, wait. Oh, that's true, Richie. It may ruin the hard drive. That is true. Well, I'm going to take that off. I'll put it right over here. So that Jack Skellington's in the background. Oh, speak of, there's Deja Vu today. Deja Vu. And then I've got Ghost. I decided to put those back. I switch up the movies behind me every once in a while. Alright. Let's see here. The Punisher TV show was boring and badly written. False, my friend. I haven't seen all of it. I enjoyed it. But to each their own, John. You are entitled to your opinion, my friend, but I loved it. The episodes that I did watch. Hi diddly ho, neighbor. Yeah, I knew it was something like that, Jason. Like, Heidi ho, neighbor. Ned Flanders. Fucking guy. There's that live action video on YouTube they made in England. I saw that, Jason. See, that looked amazing. Yeah, some family recreated the and it's pretty damn close. I mean, it is almost shot for shot. And they even found a nuclear power plant for the intro. I guess one still exists in England, and I guess probably because maybe that guy works there, the guy that played Homer, and they got the same car. I mean, everything. I've seen it, Jason. I liked it. I put, you know how you can like select videos on YouTube as your favorites? That's one of my favorite videos. I was like, even though it only lasts for, what, a minute and a half, it is super detailed. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it. It's so cool. They got some tall lady, and obviously her hair's not blue, but they found a lady with tall brown hair, but she looks like Marge. And I was like, well, despite the blue hair, that lady that played Marge in the live action, I'm like, that's pretty damn close. And then the guy that they got to play Homer, he had his brown shoes on with his jeans and his white shirt and the whole 9 yards. And then he had only a couple strands of hair on top, you know, because Homer's got, what, he's got like maybe 4 or 5 strands of hair, and the rest he's bald, you know. And I was like, that guy's pretty damn close to what Homer would look like if it was a real-life movie. So I'm telling you, Jason, they should just take that that intro that they made and either have those people do a live action version of it or find people that look like those people in that fucking intro video that they made a couple years. It was only a couple years ago they made that, I believe. I don't remember when they made it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah. All right. Moving on. Here we go. Time for a review. I'll start with Star Wars Episode 2. So now this is all done. So now I can put this on the shelf with all the other Star Wars stuff. Number 2, Attack of the Clones, my friends. You get to see Anakin Skywalker in action with a lightsaber. Anakin Skywalker in love. This is before he turns to the dark side of the Force. Oh shit. Oh my lord. Oh my lord! And he falls in love with Padme. Padme's a pretty hot chick. I mean, who doesn't like Natalie Portman? She's pretty damn hot. Smoking hot. Whew. Fears would like to get on a little bit of that, but sadly no. But she's quite wonderful, my friends. Hopefully you didn't hear me sipping on that. You probably did, though. That's all right. Anyway, you can actually see episode 2 right here. That's from episode 2, right there. Fear's going to give it a 9 out of 10. It wasn't a solid 10 out of 10, but it's pretty damn close. You get to see the clone army being built, being assembled. Bunch of clones going through their program. 10,000 clones everywhere. Probably more than 10,000, if I'm being honest. More like 1 million, because there's just clones everywhere. Obi-Wan Kenobi goes and checks out the progress of the clone army. Gives it a thumbs up. Very impressive. That's what he says in the film. Very impressive. You get to see Mace Windu kicking ass and taking names. With a purple lightsaber, mind you. And that's the only purple lightsaber, I believe, out of the entire franchise. Because usually, I watched the behind the scenes last night, and Samuel Jackson looks at George Lucas and says, "How do you determine someone's lightsaber color?" And George goes, "Very simple." He says, "Good guys get green and blue lightsabers, and bad guys get red." And then Samuel Jackson says, "No purple lightsabers?" And then he says, George goes, he bobs his little head and goes, "You may get purple." And then Samuel Jackson looks right into the camera and smiles. You guys know this. You guys know this. If Fears ever got a lightsaber, which I'm planning on at Galaxy's Edge, it'll either be 1 or 2 colors, or I may just fork out a shitload of money and get 2 lightsabers. I'm thinking about it. Either an orange lightsaber, because Fears is obsessed with Halloween, or a yellow lightsaber for Fears Man. Double thumbs up. So yeah. Let's see. Jason says, "Yeah, they were only like $15, but my wife couldn't give me my allowance for it." Your wife gives you allowance? You know what you should have done, Jason? You'd have been like, "Hey, babe, I go to work. I can spend my money on whatever I want. So as long as I pay all the bills, I'm going to take $15 out of my paycheck. I'm going to go buy that fucking, make sure you pay the bills, though, first. I'm not making fun of Amy. I'm just saying, make sure you pay the bills first and just say, 'Hey, babe, I'm getting that Punisher shirt. I'm going to take $15 out of my paycheck. I'm going to pay the bills first. And then I'm going to go mosey into Walmart. And I'm going to buy that.'" So there it is. There it is. Larry says, Well, hello, Lord Larry. Are we feeling better? I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, yesterday was a shit show. But let's not go into it. I've already said my piece on yesterday. I said, basically, Larry, I'll give you a catch up. I said, Larry, some of it was my fault. Some of it was the troll's fault. I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. I should have not even said anything back to him. Because if I never would have said anything back, then the whole shit show wouldn't have started. So Fierce is trying to turn over a new leaf. You know, it's better not to say anything, or it's better because if you call him a fucking idiot, or if you call him, oh, I hope you die, and da 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 da, and all that other stupid bullshit, then that's just gonna fuel the fire, you know. So, but today wasn't too bad. Today wasn't too bad. I said a few things in there. I gave a couple thumbs up, and that was about it. And I kind of stayed out of the Discord today because I was pretty pissed off yesterday. I mean, beyond belief. But I cooled off so I wouldn't get in trouble at work, because Fears sometimes handles his emotions good, and sometimes I handle my emotions very badly. Sometimes I can suppress my emotions, and other time, if something is bothering me extremely, I'll keep thinking about it, and then it ruins my entire day, you know? But I did not let it ruin my day. I just said, alright, Fears, it's over, it's fucking done. Stop fucking worrying about it. They yelled at you, you yelled at them, you know? It was a pointless fucking argument. They're stupid. Don't let it ruin your day at work, which it didn't. I just took a nice shower, had a little snack before, work, went into work, had a great day at work, came home, and today's been a pretty good day, actually. Today's been a really good day, so yeah. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Larry. It's been a pretty good day today. Let's see. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, Shadow Collector. Oh, yeah. So yeah. Obviously, Shadow Collector, I was joking about you and Amy. Like, you guys, if she does give me an allowance, then that's none of my business. But I'm just saying, if I had a wife, I'd be like, now this is me. I'm not saying this about Amy. So don't think I'm not making fun of Amy at all, Shadow Collector. Me and you just became friends again, so I don't want to ruin it. If I don't know. If I was married, I'd be like, babe, I'm going to make it real simple. Like, if I was married to a Mrs. Fears right now, I'd be like, babe, let's just keep it real simple. As long as all the bills are paid, the rest of my money, I can spend it on whatever the hell I want, you know? You know? Obviously, I would be a mature human being, and I'd be like, well, before I go buy, you know, the big deluxe, you know, Friday the 13th that Jason just told me about, which, I do plan on getting, because that thing looked fucking amazing. I'd be like, hey, babe, I'm gonna pay all the bills first. So as soon as all the bills were paid, I'd be like, hey, babe, are all the bays filled? Yes, dear. Great. I'm gonna mosey on off to the store. Give me an hour or two, and I'll be back. That's exactly what I would do. That's just me, though. But if you guys got another way of doing it, then that's none of my business. Hey, if it works, Jason, go for it. And by the way, Jason is having a baby. So congrats, buddy. Congrats to you, and congrats to Amy. And he told me they're having a daughter. Well, that fucking rules. Way to go, buddy. The little pitter-patter of little shadow feet. Awesome. Way to go. Way to go, buddy. And way to go, Amy. Cheers. So, that's awesome. That is awesome. Let's see. Larry says, I was pissed the trolls stopped you from streaming yesterday. Glad you're back. Well, listen, Larry. It's water under the bridge. Who cares, you know? Sometimes Fears needs a break, you know? I try to do at least a show a day, but sometimes I'll be honest, I get burnt out sometimes, you know? I get burnt out, if I'm being honest. So it's, and plus, some days I'm not in the mood to stream. Other days I'm like, alright, Fears, get off your ass. You haven't edited a video in like 3 or 4 days, and then I just do it. So yeah. Oh, awesome! Shadow Collector says, yeah, less than 2 months to go. Hell yeah, buddy! That's awesome, dude. Way to go. As soon as is, I don't know. Have you and your wife picked a name yet for your daughter? Because I was gonna say as soon as the baby was born, but I was like, well, maybe they've already picked a name. So as soon as she's born, that's a better way of putting it. As soon as she's born, take a bunch of pictures, because I'm sure everybody would like to see a picture, Jason. So congrats to you and Amy. 2 months to go. That's awesome. Way to go. Creating new life, my friends. Awesome. Anyway, back to clones. Back to cloning. That sounded hilarious. I was talking about a baby, and all of a sudden I'm like, alright, back to clones. You know what I meant. Alright. Star Wars. Episode 2. Not my absolute favorite. That's why I gave it a 9 out of 10. It's still a good watch, but I'd say my favorite out of the prequels is number 3. Number 3. Because that's when you see the good and bad side of Anakin. and why he turned to the dark side. He really wanted to save Padme, but he should have just stayed as Anakin, because as soon as he started learning the dark side, and as soon as he slowly but surely crept into the Darth Vader format, well, the anger and hatred is pretty much what killed Padme, which is very bad. So, Anakin, shame on you. Anakin, fuck you. But in the end, he makes the right decision, because when he is Darth Vader in number 6, he looks at the Emperor, which is the most evil piece of slime shit in the universe, and then he looks at his son, and his son's like, "Father, please!" You know? You guys have seen the scene. He's like, well, what's more important, family or this crazy old fucking psycho dude in a black robe with yellow glowing eyes? My son. And so he makes the right decision, and then he turns back to Anakin, and then slowly dies. But at least he turned back to Anakin before he died. So there you are. So, 9 out of 10. Check out this whole series, the complete saga. Now they're making a new saga with 7, 8, 9, and I read online, whatever her name is, the British chick, Daisy, whatever her name is, Ridley, or whatever, however you say her name. She said, "I'll do as many Star Wars." She said online, "I'll do as many Star Wars films as they want me to do." And I was like, "Oh well, hell yeah. So we can look forward to. Now Randall told me, he said Randy told me fears the new Star Wars movies. Kathleen Kennedy was George Lucas's like producer, or his like second in command. As soon as George Lucas sold Star Wars, or his company, to Disney, he made like $4 billion off of it. Like he needs that money. So that means that his kids won't ever have to work. His kids' kids will never have to work, and probably their kids will never have to work. It must be nice, my friends. It must be nice. Anyway. But hey, if you got the money, there it is. So, and George Lucas is I've been inspired by him. He is a smart guy, you know, and thank God he made this. So, he's one smart cookie. So yeah. He hasn't made a movie in quite a while though. So George, get that pad of paper, pencil, get writing a script. I want to see some new material from George Lucas, my friends. I'd like to see another movie from him. I really would. Anyway. Yeah, I told you on the New Year's stream. I see how it is. No, I knew. No, that's not true, Jason. I remembered. Yeah, you are. I know that. That's why I said congrats. I remember you said you're having a girl. You're having a baby. But I don't think you told me the name. And if you did, I apologize. And the classic fears memory, but... Wait, maybe you did. Oh, shit, hang on. I know 100% positive you said you and Amy are having a baby. That's why I said congrats, which, by the way, congrats. I really do mean that. Congrats to you and Amy. And then you said you were having a girl. And I remember that. But I don't remember if you said the name. I'm trying to think. I think you did. I apologize, buddy. Just joking. Well, thank God for that. Well, do you mind telling me the name again? Jason, you know me and my memory, buddy. I try to remember as much as I can. But if I said I remembered everything, that would be a lie. Because I can't remember everything. The older fears get sometimes... I don't know. With my memory, it's weird. And I'm not lying, so the idiot trolls don't put this on the lie list. I'm admitting to it. Sometimes my memory is absolutely amazing. Other times I'm like, oh shit, what the hell was that? And I can't remember it. It's on certain things, and I've told you guys this before. Literally, I know my strengths and my weaknesses. I kid you not. The minute someone writes their phone number down, I'm like, don't waste your time. Do not write your phone number on a piece of paper. Here, I'll be like, dude, here's my phone. Put in your name, put in your number, put the rest of your information, like if you want to put your address in or your email or whatever, put it in my phone. Because if you give me a piece of paper, the fearless man will lose it. I kid you not. So I always just hand them my phone. Immediately put it in, Put your name, and if you want to put your email and all that other, I said, put all the information you want right into my phone right away. People's names, I have to say people's names a million times. Like when I was young, I would try and guess, which made me look stupid. I'll give you an example. When I met Eric, my best buddy's parents, his mom's name is Julie, and then before his dad died, his name was Keith. And for some reason, I thought Keith looked like a Dwayne. Keith and fucking Dwayne. Nothing. And Eric goes, Fierce, my dad's name is not fucking Dwayne. And I know he just looks like a Dwayne, though. And he's like, Fierce, just if you can't remember, just ask him his name. So I stopped, from that point on, I stopped guessing people's names. And I would either wait until they say their name and then I would say it, or I would just say, hey, I'm really sorry, man. I can't remember your name. Say it again. And then he'd be like, Keith. And then I would just keep saying Keith a million times in my head until I fucking got it. So I know my strengths and my weaknesses, my friends. All right, let's see. Also, Fears, where the fuck is the Adam the Woo collab? You know where it is, Jason? It's right here. It's right here, buddy. It's right here. It's on this little hard drive, waiting to be edited. I promise. It's all right here. It's on this little hard drive, right here, my friend. I'll be honest, I can't lie to you. I don't know when it's going to be on the channel, but it will be. It's there, I promise. Let's see. Blake, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm sure everybody's excited to see Blake Cool. Blake Cool. Very cool name, my friend. Mr. Cool, Mrs. Cool, Little Cool. You know? Because you've got Mr. Cool, which is Jason Cool. Then you've got Mrs. Cool, which is Amy. And then you've got the little one, Little Blake Cool. Little Blake Cool. So there you are. Well, take a picture of her. I want to see what she looks like one day, Jason. Congrats, my friend. I am extremely happy for you, buddy. I really am. All right. Well, to end things with, let me review this. I'll be honest, it's not a solid 10. Some episodes are amazing, and because it's old television, some episodes are so damn boring. But for the most part, most of the episodes are pretty good. Wow, Jason. I mean, wow, Visions. I would be honored if they did that. I highly doubt that the middle name's going to be that, but if they ever did, and Jason called and said, hey, Fears, we decided to have the middle name as that, I would be extremely honored. I doubt they're going to do that, but if they ever did, I'd be like, well, from the bottom of my heart, I'm extremely honored. That's pretty damn cool. Thanks a lot, buddy. Oh, and I just hit my little mic here. Because I went like that. I went like that and it went SHUNK right up like that. But if they ever did that, Visions, that would be cool. Anyway. So, check it out. Episodes 1 through 9. I'd say out of all the seasons, the first 3 seasons are the best because it shows you how they formed the town, and even before Charles Ingalls, which is the main character that Michael Landon played, even before they find the town and start building the town, the first season or 2 is them, him and his family on their own, trying to find a town, and then they spared no expense on the props and the clothes and all that stuff. They actually built a little tiny cabin that they live in and shot in for the first couple episodes. Then they finally find the town, and some of the town is built and some of the town is not built. So Charles gets a job cutting wood and cutting lumber and all that stuff, and then he does little odd jobs to make money, and all that. And then he finds a little piece of property on the outskirts of town, and I did some research. Some of the sets, I think the little house, they built the actual house on the prairie, it still exists, and people can go check it out, because I did some research. Not the first little tiny cabin they made, but the actual house that they made for the show. They made a house and a barn, and then there's a little creek That's why it's called Little House on the Prairie. And man, the house that they built for the show is, I mean, I kid you not, spectacular. I'm not trying to over dramatize it, but the attention to detail on this show is fucking amazing. I mean, it's set in the old West, like on the prairie and shit. Well, not the West. It's set in Minnesota, I believe. Minnesota or Kansas or something like that. I can't remember. But I highly recommend it. I will say this, though. Some episodes are extremely boring. But most of the episodes are pretty action-packed. And I'm not afraid to say it, some episodes brought a tear to Fear's eye because they talk about some very, 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 very serious issues. So I didn't cry, but I got a little teary-eyed. No, I wasn't bawling my eyes out, but some episodes I got a little teary-eyed. If I'm being completely honest, because it's such a damn good show. But definitely check it out. It's worth checking out. I'm definitely gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Let's see. Dude, you probably get tons of subs if you got that uploaded and tagged Adam. I did. I did follow him on. Oh, you know what? Jason, I didn't know that he had a TikTok. I'll have to find him on TikTok. I did follow him on Instagram though, and I do need to get the pictures that I took with him up on my Instagram too. So yeah. Shadow Collector says, Exhume Visions, I'll be hosting a whatnot auction for the rights to her middle name. Well, there you go. Or Blake Vision. Cool. There you go. That's another good one. Vision says it might be a good investment. I agree, my friend. Well, no, Larry, that's half right and half not true. They blew up the town set. They did blow up the town set because Michael Landon didn't want the town set being used for another show because he loved that show so much. He almost directed almost every single episode. Like, at the start of each show, it either says produced by Michael Landon because he believed in the show so much. And if he didn't produce it, then he directed each episode. It flip-flops. Sometimes his co-star, Victor French, the guy that played side by side with him in Highway to Heaven, the guy, the kind of the tall, fat guy with the beard, he was a good actor too. I think they both have passed away now. Sometimes Victor French would produce it or direct some episodes because Victor French was in every single episode with Michael Landon in Highway to Heaven, but Victor French was not in every single episode of Little House on the Prairie. He was in a lot of episodes of Little House on the Prairie, but not every single episode of Little House on the Prairie. So sometimes he would direct or sometimes he would produce. But Michael Landon, up until the 9th season, I think the 9th season, I guess he was getting kind of burnt out of it, or I don't know, something happened. He did half of the 9th season, and then he did an episode where he literally says, I'm going to have to sell the farm, and I'm moving the family to a bigger city because the farm, I'm losing money on the crops, and there's not enough crops to be a farmer and have the house. So he sells the little house on the prairie for a big profit. A family buys it, and then he takes his family to a city. And then he gets a job in a men's clothing store, and he sells, men's clothing, and then that's the end of his character. But I don't really know why he left the show in the middle of the 9th season. But he still continued to direct and produce. Maybe he had just had enough of acting on it. I don't know. I didn't look up that, Larry. But they did blow up the original town set. But I looked online. The original house that they built for the title sequence where it says Little House on the Prairie, and you see the house and the barn and the little river or the creek bed or whatever right near it. I believe that still exists, my friend, but the town set that they built an entire town on some backlot or they went out to some property or whatever. They didn't want other television shows using that because Michael Landon was like, well, what if another television show films on our set and he was not about like foul language. He wasn't about like violence and stuff on television. He goes, what if like the next thing they shoot is extremely violent and not family related? He goes, I don't want them insulting our set. So they said, you know what? We're just going to get rid of the set. And so they blew up the set. Except for the house on the prairie, though. That's the main reason. I did some research, Larry. Not all of it. I looked all this stuff up last night for the show today. So yeah. Oh, there you go, Visions. Vision says Blake middle finger emoji. Cool. Well, you know what, Visions? That would be more my style. Jason doesn't put. I've never seen. Or actually, I was about to say slim to none. Jason's never put a middle finger in the Discord, so that would be more my style, buddy. But I'm gonna try and put less fingers in the Discord because that just starts bullshit, or no, or none. I will try my very best, my friend. So there you have it. And Larry says all true. So yeah. But it was a very good show. It was a very good show. I despite a couple of episodes, the Christmas episodes were always good. Because Michael Landon, in the behind the scenes, he even said, I always loved acting and directing. Because he was a big Christian. And he said, I love Christmas. He goes, I've loved Christmas ever since I was a little boy. And he goes, so anytime I got to write or direct, he goes, sometimes I wrote, directed, and starred in all the Christmas ones. And every single Christmas episode they did for Little House on the Prairie are some of my favorites. I'd say my favorite episode throughout the whole 9 seasons, one of them is probably the first Christmas episode, and the pilot is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm sure everybody knows what a pilot is, but in case you don't, for anyone out there, I'll explain it. Whenever they're trying to sell a show, they always have an hour-long movie or a 2-hour-long movie, and they don't title it. It's just pilot. Any type of show, any TV show, the first episode is always called pilot because it's the pilot show. It's the first one, and they said either two things are going to happen: either the audience is going to fucking love this TV show, and it's gonna come on with a bang, and then we're gonna. Usually a season is 24 episodes, usually. And if it doesn't get picked up, then they're like, all right, well, the pilot's the only thing we're going to do. This was a terrible fucking idea. We're not making any more. Or, wow, the audience loved that 2-hour pilot episode. I'm glad they loved it. 23 episodes more, and so the more the audience loves it, the more seasons. That's why, like The Big Bang Theory, it's got 12 seasons because people loved it. People loved it. And the audience loved The Big Bang Theory so much they made a prequel to it, Young Sheldon, which I still need to watch. I've watched a couple of episodes from my library, but I haven't watched it fully. So yeah. So, but yeah. It was a very good television show. So hopefully that answered Dan Aykroyd, you said, why do I watch stuff like this? I love old television. So, yeah. Well, that'll about sum her up for today, guys. So, we did a Geek Haul. We did 2 reviews. If there's nothing else, if anyone else wants to talk about anything else, let me know. Don't forget, Fears wants to hear from you guys. I've got my, if you want to send Fears fan mail, whether it's an unboxing or a nice fan letter, whatever, you can pretty much send. I'll do my usual spiel. You can pretty much send whatever you want within reason. Within reason. I want to hear from my loving and loyal fans. If you want to send Fears something, you don't have to, but if you want to, I would very much appreciate it. I'd be much appreciated. Go into the description. In the description is my P.O. Box address. Send me something, and I will respond either in a video or in a live stream, but I will get back to you, I promise. So, yeah. Let's see. I need to go back and watch an episode of Little House It used to play at 6 and 7 a.m. when I got ready for elementary school. I'm telling you, Visions, like I said, Visions, most of the episodes are good. The pilot is absolutely fantastic. The pilot is brilliant. It's like 2 hours long. It sets them up like, like they're like, oh, all right, we're losing money. They live somewhere, and then they're losing money on his farm. And he said, well, we got to go to a better place where I can plant better crops and more crops, and the land needs to be more flat. It'd be cool to like live near a city so we could send our children off to school and off to church and all that. But if you are going to watch some episodes, Visions, since you're my friend, I have to tell you, some episodes out of 1 through 9, not all of them are winners. Some are extremely boring. But for the most part, all the other episodes are pretty damn good. I'd say there was only like maybe 20 or 30 episodes that I thought were kind of boring out of the entire 9 seasons. The rest of it was pretty damn good. So, but if you do watch some, let me know, buddy. Anyway, as always, like I was saying, Fears wants to hear from you. So if you want to send me some fan mail, look into the description. I'd love to hear from my loving and loyal fans. Write me something, send me something. The last thing I debuted from a fan was Larry. Larry, I forgot to film Randall's opening his, but Randall said thank you for that gift. You even saw Randall. Oh wait, did Randall unbox his thing on the live stream? I think he did. We just didn't get Randall's gift in the vlog. But I sat down on the couch and I unboxed mine from Larry in the vlog. And I really appreciate it, my friend. That was a gift. That was an amazing gift. You didn't have to send me that, but like I always say, I very much appreciate it. I already put the Ghostbusters up above the microwave. They're up there with all the other Ghostbuster shit, with the patches and the little collectibles and the stuff that I bought from the toy shows and shit that I go to. So yeah. But anyway, I appreciate everything that you guys do. I appreciate all your guys' loving and loyal support. You guys are awesome. Best fans in the world, my friends. Best fans in the world. So, I just want to thank all the fans for all the love and the support and the views and the comments and sticking with Fears for all these years. All you guys have never gave up on the Fears, man. I've given up on myself a couple of times. Thank God I've never given up completely, because that would suck. But a few times I've thought in my head, this ain't for you, Fears, just hang it up. But thank God I didn't hang it up. But I appreciate all my loving and loyal fans for never giving up on Fears. You guys are awesome. Let's go to the wall and pick something out for tonight, my friends. So, I am going to watch, besides this, I'm going to start this television show. So, I'm going to watch probably 1 or 2 episodes of this, but I'm going to watch a movie tonight. So let's go to the wall, shall we? All right. Oh. At some point, I'm going to put a shelf right here. I don't know if it'll be as tall as this shelf, but it'll be some type of shelf that I put right next to this shelf and put these movies on this shelf at some point. Okay, let's see. You know what? Let's go with a comedy. I haven't watched a comedy in quite a while. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I'm watching this. This one's always a classic. If you guys have never seen this movie, you guys have to watch this movie. It's got Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd, you're in this. And the great, late John Candy. The Great Outdoors. So, doing a change of pace. No horror movies tonight. No sci-fi tonight. Let's go with a good old classic. Really good. I've seen this before, but I've never seen the Blu-ray version of it. This is No Holiday. This is War. This is a really funny movie. I've seen it. And I'm already going to tell you guys my favorite scene. My favorite scene is when he tries to eat the old 96er, that big-ass steak. That fucking steak in this movie is huge. I mean, beyond huge. And John Candy, I doubt he ate the entire thing for the movie. But he is a big guy, so I'm sure he could eat the whole thing, but I doubt he ate the whole thing for the movie. They probably just shot a few times of him sticking meat in his mouth, and that was about it. But in the movie, his character eats the entire thing and gets a hat and a shirt and a couple free sundaes for his kids and all that stuff. That's a funny scene. So if you want to watch it tonight with Fears, watch this so you guys can add in your 2 cents for tomorrow. And probably my live stream will be later on tomorrow night, because tomorrow I'm hanging out with my buddy Eric all through the day. So probably I'll do a late stream tomorrow night right before work after I get done hanging out with Eric. So yeah. So that is the movie today. So yeah. Let's see. Have you seen how many food challenge channels there are on YouTube now? Not even far-fetched these days. I've seen a lot of them, Visions. But, why are you asking this? I'm just curious. Like, obviously, Richie, I know there's food challenges out there, because Richie is the challenge master, which, by the way, Richie, Fears is going to go take these off real quick. I want to do something. I don't even think Richie has done this Oreo yet. I found some new Oreos the other day when I was shopping, right, Visions? And not to steal Richie's thunder, but I'm going to do an Oreo taste test right now. So give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So, the other day I was shopping, and the only reason why I got these is because, 1, I've never seen these before. 2, I thought of Richie, and I was like, I'm going to beat Richie and do a review. So, Oreo Space Dunk. Let's open this up, shall we, and have a little look-see. Oh, my lord. Okay. A little spaceship on there. Classic Oreo. Here we go. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. I like it. It's got pink and blue filling in it. Fears is going to give it a 9 out of 10. Pretty damn good. Really good. So, yeah. Okay. That makes more sense now, Visions. I was wondering why you asked that. So, yeah. Because of the steak he has to eat in the movie. It's a huge steak. So, you've obviously seen the movie too, Visions. I love that comedy. It's so good. Wait. I wish they would show the old 90... They call it the old 96er in the movie. Because I think it's like 69 pounds or something. I can't remember. But, it is a really good comedy. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, and you know what? My other favorite scene is when he tells the story about the grizzly bear, and then later on in the movie, like towards the end, that fucking grizzly bear breaks down the fucking door, and the grizzly bear, John Candy's laying flat on his chest, and then the door falls on John Candy. And I don't know if it was a real bear or a guy in a suit, but the bear keeps jumping on the fucking door, and it's bouncing off of John Candy's body. And then you hear John Candy go, "Uncle! Uncle! Uncle!" He's like, "Get off of me, you son of a bitch!" Which is fucking hilarious. And then he grabs a gun and shoots the bear in the ass. And then the bear, like, screams and then fucking goes flying out the door and runs into the woods, and you never see the bear ever again in the movie, you know? It's a funny-ass movie. You guys should totally check it out. It's hysterical. So, yeah. Let's see. You seeing my comments or ignoring me like yesterday? No, I'm not ignoring you, buddy. I'm trying to get to everybody, Larry. I'm trying to get to everybody. Why did Charles call his daughter Half Pint? I think because she was so small, Larry. It doesn't really explain why he calls her that, but because the girl that played Laura Ingalls, she's like, I don't know, she's very small, she's very petite, you know, she's a kid. And then when she was on that show for so long, she starts on that show probably around 6 or 7, and by the time that girl does the last episode, the girl is like 20 or 21. Because she did all 9 seasons, you know, so. And they even still called her Half Pint, you know, when she's an adult, you know. So I believe he called her that. I'm assuming because she was so small as a kid. Vision says, because of the steak he has to eat in the movie, it's a 6-pound steak, and these YouTube freaks are putting down 10. Oh, okay, I got you, Visions. Gotcha. I was curious. I was like, so what? So you're saying somebody out there in a YouTube video ate the old 96er? Well, kudos to them. Fears likes food. I'm a foodie. And I know for a fact, eating all that steak and all that soda and all that shit that he ate in the movie would make me want to throw up. Because I mean, the steak's like that fucking big around. It's huge. Maybe a little small. I'd say it's about that. I mean, it's big. It is massive. Like Vision said, it's 6 pounds. That's a lot of fucking meat. So, the reason why I said it, Visions, is because it's a movie. I doubt, or I hope John Candy didn't put that whole thing away from the movie, because he was already a big guy to begin with. And then if you eat a whole 6-pound steak, I mean, that's a lot of meat. That's not good for your body. So, he may have ate the whole thing for the movie. You never know, but well, here, let's find out. Let me try to Google it and let's see if let's see what the internet says. I'm literally going to go to Google and say, did John Candy really eat the old 96er? And then in the great outdoors. Door movie. Let's see what it says. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, here we go. In the great outdoors, not only did Chet, aka John Candy, let's see if he actually ate it. In the great outdoors, not only did John Candy finish the old 96er, he ate dessert right after. Roman asked the chef for some Paul Bunyan hats for the kids, and oh wait, that's the character. I want to know if John Candy actually ate it. Let's see. Let me see. It just, you know what, Visions, I can't tell, because when I wrote that, a lot of the clips came up, but no facts actually came up. I don't know if he actually ate it for the film, but I'm sure somebody has. I wrote, did John Candy really eat the old 96er steak in the Great Outdoors movie? I mean, I thought that would be either a yes or a no, but I'm not. That's one of my favorite scenes, though, because it's hilarious. And then, like, there's one scene, like, where and Dan Aykroyd's got his ear to like John Candy's stomach, and he's like, "Okay, go ahead, continue." He goes, "The meat is processing nicely. It's processing nicely." And then John Candy's like, "Is it?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go ahead, continue." Let's see. I don't even know. I guess it was a beef steak, but I mean, it looked really good. But the internet doesn't really say if he did it or not. But it is a good, funny scene, though. But I'm sure there's some challenge videos out there, like Visions was saying, where I know, like, I saw one challenge video, Visions, one time. Perfect example of this. You know, in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. Well, two guys ordered the exact order, and they finished everything. And the exact order of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle is 30 sliders, 4 sodas, 4 French fries, I believe, and that's a shitload of White Castle. And the only difference is one guy gets cherry Coke, and then the other guy gets, I think, Diet Coke. That's it. So one guy and his friend ordered all that shit, and you see him eat the entire fucking thing in a video, and I was like, that's impressive. Would Fears ever do it? No, because it would probably make me sick, and probably would make the old stomach Crohn's it up for a couple of weeks. So, no, I wouldn't do it. But for people that can do those type of videos, kudos to you guys, because that's pretty impressive. All right, let's see. Let's continue on. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, Larry. I didn't use and abuse you. Whatever, Larry. I didn't do that. Let's see here. Vision says, "You have so much charisma, that's all." Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you saying that. Oh, wait, were you saying that to Larry, or were you saying that to me? Well, whether you were saying it to Larry or me, I appreciate your nice words. Richie says, "Done it. Beat you to it." Did you really, Richie? Damn it! I was trying. I was like, you know what? I'm like, I'll pull a fast one on Richie, and I was like, Richie's never tried these. Richie, I gave these a big thumbs up, buddy. They were pretty good. So, but I didn't want to steal your thunder, so this will probably be the only one. I was curious. There was 2 reasons why I got this. I said, oh, it'll be funny if I do it on a stream. That's number 1. Number 2, I was actually kind of curious how they tasted. I was like, I've been trying to eat healthier, but I said as a snack, I'll just grab 1 or 2 every once in a while. But they did taste good. So I don't know what type of review you did, Richie, but I gave them a big thumbs up. They were pretty damn good. So yeah. Let's see. Classic Fears with the 360 no twist. I don't know what you're on about. Let's see. He'd be like 5% cow. Right, Visions? That's a shitload of meat. That is a shitload of meat for anyone to eat. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Larry says, "Hey, Richie." I'm trying to keep up with everybody. I don't know what you're talking about, Dan Aykroyd. 360 no twist. I don't know what you're on about. You have to give me some more information. I have no idea what you're on about. Fears, I like the positive streams. Well, Larry, that's always my intention, to do positive streams. The only time I ever don't keep it positive is when I have to get something off my chest, or if I've got bad news, like whenever I told you guys that my grandma passed away or my dad passed away. Obviously, it's going to affect my mood. So I'm like, guys, I'm just giving you a heads up. Because this happened, Fears probably won't be in the best of moods because such and such passed away. Or I won't be in a good mood if the trolls just extremely piss me off. Because I don't hold too many grudges. I've hold a couple of grudges in my life, but not too many. Normally, if something happens, Fears gets pissed off for a couple of days, and then normally I just let shit go. But I would be lying to say if I let every single grudge go, because there's some people that I will never forgive because they've fucked me over so much. And I try to take my dad's advice. He's like, John, if they fuck you over once, they're going to fuck you over again. Why would you want to be their friend because they did something evil to you? Don't be their friend. And I was like, you're right, Dad. Not mentioning anyone's name, because if I mention his name, he's going to be a little baby bitch, so I don't mention his name. But that person I will never forgive. I can't. I just can't do it. I just cannot do it because he's fucked me over way too much, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. But I try to keep them as positive as I can't even talk. I try to keep them as positive as possible, Larry. I really do. But those are the only times when Fears gets a little upset. You know, obviously, if one of my family members or a friend or a loved one passes away, anyone would feel the way I feel. It sucks. It sucks when people pass away, you know. You miss them, you love them, you care about them. That's the only thing, I mean, honest, that's the only, well, there's two things of life that I hate. I hate that at some point you die and all your friends and your family die. I wish that wasn't the case. I really wish it wasn't. But it's just the natural course of life. And then the other thing I don't like is sometimes people in life are so mean to other people. I like the trolling and the making fun and all that other stupid bullshit. I wish, it'll never go away, but I wish people weren't mean to other people, you know? I'll give you a perfect example, Larry. Yesterday, I don't know why somebody posted this photo, because it's such an old photo of me. But I felt bad for this kid, and I was at Comic-Con, and I saw this disabled kid in a chair with his mom. And I don't know why I went up to him. I think we were standing in line waiting for a celebrity. And so we just started chatting. And the more I chatted, the more I thought, man, these people are so cool. And I don't know if I was inspired. I admired this kid that even though he had a disability, you know, he could talk a little bit. Because Quentin said something very evil and was like, how did you have a conversation with him, Fears? He looks like he barely can talk. And I was like, Quentin, just because he's in a wheelchair and he has a disability doesn't mean he can't talk. He could talk a little bit. Not fully, but he talked a little bit. So I would let him say whatever he could get out, and then I would respond, because I'm not a dick, you know, and I would never be a dick to any disabled person. And I just told, but again, I was like, why would they post that picture? That picture was like from 2013, 2014. And then Joey said, oh, well, you just took a picture with him, Fears, to make yourself look better and feel better. I was like, false. False. I said I took a picture with him and his family because once I talked to him and his family, they seemed like really cool, really nice people, and they are really cool and nice people. And I was taking photos with everybody at that con. And I thought, all right, well, now that I've chatted with him and kind of befriended him, I'll take a photo with him. That's the only reason why I did. But why even post that photo? Because that photo is so old. And then they started making fun of the disabled person. I'm just like, that's really weird. But again, I understand, Larry. They posted that picture to make fun of me. Because they were like, oh, man, this photo is so classic. And I was just like, whatever, you can't win. You know? But I try to make them as positive as possible, Larry. I really do. I really do. But I'm glad that you like the positive streams. Let's see. You showing Eric the movies you made? Well, Eric was in the movie, Larry. So he's seen it a million times. But if Eric wants to watch the movie again, Eric's seen all these. Eric has seen the church camp one. He's seen my demo reel. I think the only one Eric is in this, so he doesn't need to see this. The only one he hasn't seen is the contamination one, so I may show him that one. That's like the only official movie that Fears has ever been in, because they brought a camera crew in, and I don't even have a big part in the film. You see Fears in the background. I got a bunch of cameos in it, but I counted. I have like 10 cameos in it, and every time I see the camera, I'm either giving a big thumbs up or I'm doing something in the background. But I'm in it a lot, you know. I have like I said, 10 to 15 cameos in it. So yeah. Exactly, Larry. I was just trying to... Another reason why I talked to that guy is I was trying to, like, nobody else besides his mom was talking to him, and I felt bad, you know, And I was like, well, I want to interact with him so he can interact with everybody else and he can have a good time and he could talk, you know? Not a lot, but he could talk a lot. And we had a full-on conversation. And I remember we were standing in line to meet, I hope I get his name right, because if I don't get his name right, then I'll hear about it for fucking months. John Berthenhall, that guy, the guy that played Shane in The Walking Dead, and he played the Punisher. And him and his mom was right before me, so I waited my turn. And John went up and pretty much did the same thing I did, talked to him as much as he could, got a photo with him, and I heard him say, "Thank you, John," and then they walked, and then the mom said, "Thanks for being so nice and talking to us." I said, "Oh, no problem, ma'am." I said, "You guys have a wonderful day, enjoy the rest of the convention, and you guys have a good one." Then I went up, and me and John started talking about the Punisher and how much I love it, and he was like, "Is that your favorite superhero?" I said, "That's my favorite anti-hero." And he said, "That's right." He said, "Because the Punisher doesn't have any superpowers." I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's my favorite anti-hero." I said, "I fucking love anti-heroes. He's my favorite, you know?" And then he was like, "Well, what's your favorite superhero?" I said, "Superman, a.k.a. Fears Man." I told him about Fears Man. He thought Fears Man was fucking cool. And then he said, "You know what?" He goes, "You know what show that I've always wanted to be on?" And I said, "No, what, John?" He said, "I never got a call." He goes, "I always wanted to be on The Big Bang Theory." I said, "Really?" I said, "I love that show." And he goes, "I talked to my agent, and he goes, I guess they weren't interested, or they couldn't find an area to get me on The Big Bang Theory." He goes, "And I really wanted to be on that show." I said, "That would have been cool if you would have been on that fucking show, John." And I remember asking him about that, and he brought that up, because I asked him the question, Larry. I was like, "What other shows do you want to be on besides The Walking Dead?" He goes, "You know what show I've really always wanted to be on?" And I was like, "No." And he said, "I always wanted to be on The Big Bang Theory, but I just never could get it booked." And I was like, "No." I'm like, "Well, you win some, you lose some." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I like doing movies." But he goes, "But you asked about television." I said, "I did." And he said, "I always wanted to." He goes, "I'm a big fan of The Big Bang Theory." He goes, "I've got all the seasons." Well, all the seasons up until that point when I asked him. And he said, "I've been watching the show for years, just like you have." And I said, "That would have been cool if you would have been on that show." And he was a very nice guy. I took a photo, and then I moseyed off to the next celebrity, you know? So, yeah. I saw all those hearts. Somebody going crazy with those hearts. Well, I said that yesterday, Larry. I was like, I wish YouTube would tell me who's giving the hearts out. Because if I knew who was giving the hearts out, then I would be like, "Oh, hey, such and such, thank you for the hearts." So to fix that, I just say, whoever's giving the hearts, I appreciate the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for hearting the stream. I appreciate each and every heart that you give out. And they're still going nuts with the hearts. So, thank you. Let's see. Larry says, "Visions has a fast finger to hap those tarts." Well, I don't know if it actually is Visions. If it is Visions, like I said, if it is Visions, thank you. But whoever it is, I appreciate it. It's probably Chad. Well, I don't know who Chad is, Visions, but to Chad, Visions, whoever's giving the hearts, thank you so much. I'm just curious, Visions, why did you put a magnifying glass in the chat? Was that to Larry or was that to me? I don't get that reference. I'm just curious. Anyway, well, that'll about sum her up for today, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like Larry said, it was a very enjoyable stream. Today's been nothing but a good day. Yesterday sucked. Yesterday royally sucked, if I'm being honest. I can't hide it. But today was a lot better day. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I haven't seen my buddy Eric and well, I saw him one day whenever I went, for my grandma's funeral, but that was like for a sad thing, but the last time I saw Eric for a good thing was like a year and a half ago, So, thank you for all the 100% and the hearts. I appreciate that. So, it'll be good this time to actually see my best friend Eric for a good thing, not a bad thing, So, yeah. Because you're constantly being inspected. That's true, Visions. I wish they wouldn't pick apart my life and inspect me like I'm a specimen, you know what I'm saying? It's very weird, It is fair. I'm glad that you recognize it, Visions. Because there's no need to post that picture of me and that disabled. And you know what? I asked his mom. I think at that time, that disabled guy was the same age as me, or maybe just one age below me. And I only took a photo just to be nice and chat with him. And I wanted him to interact with everybody else because I felt bad. I was like, oh man, nobody's talking to him except for his mom. You know, and I'm glad that his mom took him to that, and he even said, I don't let my disability get me down. And I said, well, I said, and I got not inspired, but I admired him for that. I was like, well, I'm glad that doesn't, get you down. And when I see people like that, I'm like, Fears, your problems in your life are peanuts compared to what they have to go through. So anytime I try to be humble, and I'm like, Fears, every time you get trolled, it can always be worse, my friends, Like, wow, people are trolling me. Who cares, if I'm being honest? You could be disabled, I could be blind, I could be this, I could be that. It could always be worse, So, and sometimes I do forget about that, but then when I see something like that, I try to remind myself, well, it can always be worse, Fears. They could do the shit that they did to Roman. I don't know how the fuck these people did it to Roman, but I remember Roman made a video where Roman was like, I don't know how the fuck they hacked into my garage door opener, but me and my wife and my kids would be sleeping and the garage door would be going up and down, up and down, up and down all through the fucking night. And I was like, that's creepy. That's fucking scary. That's fucking weird. Why the fuck would somebody do that? That's really fucking weird. And then they hacked into like Roman's bank account and tried to take all of his money. It was a whole world of shit that he was saying in his video. And I was like, well, thank God I don't have to go through all that shit. That's why I'm half and half when it comes to YouTube. Like, I'm glad that I have a little fan base, but I'm like, oh man, what if I got like 10 million like Casey Neistat? Man, that'd be fucking sweet. That's one side of my brain, right? On the other side, I'm like, oh, Fears, you don't want that. Like, you think the trolling's bad now. What if you had 10 million? Because, and I know not all 10 million would make fun of me, but there'd be a lot more than just 20 idiots in a Discord. So I'm half and half. I'm like, half the time I'm like, well, I love my little fan base. It's awesome. I got the best fans in the world. I love and appreciate all my loving and loyal fans. But then on the other side, I'm like, well, thank God that I've got like only like 2,000 or 3,000 like on my main channel, and then I've got 8,000 on my TikTok, because I'm like, Fears, if you had like 10 or that, or what's that other guy's name? Someone told me about Mr. Beast. I don't know if have you guys ever heard of Mr. Beast, where he makes these incredible challenges. Like one time, and he's like I was about to say millionaire, and I was like, I corrected myself. He's not a millionaire. He's a billionaire from YouTube. And one time he made this, I don't know if you've ever saw this guy, to all my fans. I guess he loves the movie. He takes a lot of stuff out of movies, and he said, I always loved that old 1970s Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I thought, how cool would it be for a video to make my own fucking chocolate factory? So he makes an entire chocolate factory, and then he sends his friends through all these like candy-inspired games, and then he's like, if you can get through all these games, I'll give you $1 million. And I watched it, and I was like, this is a pretty cool YouTube channel. So I recently started watching Mr. Beast. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, but he's got like a clothing line out and makes millions of dollars off of his fucking videos. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, yeah. That's a good quote, Larry. Nothing is over. Nothing. You don't just turn it off. It wasn't my war. You asked me. I didn't ask you. Oh, Larry, I can quote it, my friend. Then I come back to the world. Those maggots at the airport spitting at me, calling me all sorts of vile crap. Listen, Larry, Rambo is a fucking great movie. I can quote that fucking movie all goddamn day. I love Rambo. I want to get all the Rambo knives up on the wall at some point. Or it'd be cool if a fan got them for me. If a fan did get me, because there's 5 Rambo knives. If they did get them for me, I would make that into a whole fucking video. So, But if a fan doesn't get it for me, then I'll buy them myself at some point because I've got 2 movie prop knives. I would love to add them to the wall. You got the survival knife, the very first one, where it's got a green handle and like a silver blade. Then number 2, it's a black handle with a black and silver blade. Then number 3, the fucking blade, it's a black handle and the blade's like fucking out to there. It's like literally like a Bowie knife or something. Like it's that fucking long. Then the 4th one, when I watched the behind the scenes, Larry, Sylvester Stallone said, well, this Rambo knife, I wanted to make a machete, but he said, for the film, I'm fucking making it. And he literally heats up hot liquid metal and literally bangs the shit out of like blacksmith shit, and he makes his own fucking machete for the movie. And the fucking machete's like that fucking long. It's got a black handle, and then it's a black and silver blade, you know, because when he dipped it in the cold water. And the blade is fucking razor sharp because in the movie, he chops off some guy's arm and chops off some guy's fucking head with it and goes to town on all those fucking evil villains that he takes down in that fucking village. And literally, he like cuts off the arm because the guy's about to shoot him and then cuts off the guy's fucking head with it. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn. So, and then the 5th one is literally called the Heartstopper. And the reason why they call it the Heartstopper is at the end of the movie, he saves the most evil guy for the end. And he shoots a bow and arrow into the guy's arm on this side, then another one on this side. Then bow and arrows in his legs, and he's pinned up against the wall. And then he's like, you killed my daughter, or it's like, it's his stepdaughter or whatever, because Rambo starts living with a Mexican family, and he takes that grandma and that kid under his wing, and they kind of form a family. And then these evil guys like kill the daughter. She's like, I don't know, 18, 19. She's about to go off to college, and he literally just takes out a knife, looks at the guy, and he's like, fuck you, and cuts an opening from like here to here, and literally shoves his hand in and rips the fucking heart out, squeezes it in the guy's fucking face, and then he's all like that, and the guy fucking dies. That's why, so at some point I'd like to get, the Heartstopper is the last one. So I know he's done playing Rocky, but he said, I'd love to play Rambo a couple more times. Please play Rambo. Because that's one of the coolest things about those movies, Larry. Every time they make another sequel to Rambo, I'm like, I wonder what the fucking knife is going to look like in this one, in this edition. And then Visions, you know your dad's favorite movie? I haven't seen it yet, but you showed me the knife. The knife in that. That one looks pretty damn cool. I forgot the name of that knife, but that knife that the main character uses in that movie looked... Like when I looked up that knife, I was like, this is another cool movie prop knife that looks fucking brilliant. So I definitely added that one to the list. I'm going to get around to watching that, Visions, and I just hit my mic again, excuse me. So yeah, I'm going to cruise until the wheels fall off. There you go. There you go. We're not hunting him, he's hunting us. Oh yeah, Larry, that's another good one, you know? And he's like, then that one wimpy guy's all like, there was 5 of us in the cell block and that couldn't even stop him. He goes, he's not hunting us, you know, or we're not hunting him, he's hunting us. And literally, he takes down those 5 or 6 guys, and he could have killed every single one of them. He could have killed every single one of them, but he didn't. He just harmed them and like stopped them, and then like he said, in town, you're the law. Out here, it's just me. And he's like, let it go. Let it go. And then he runs away off into the woods and shit, you know? So, yeah. But the very first time I watched that, I'm pretty sure that first one later was with my dad. I've watched a few of the Rambos on my own. But I remember my dad's like, your mother would not approve of this movie. Don't tell your mother. And me and my brother sat down on the floor. My dad was on the couch, and we fucking watched it. And I was like, fucking Rambo is amazing. It was epic. So, yeah. So, again, like when Arnold Schwarzenegger passes away and Sylvester Stallone, man, 2 awesome action stars. The movie community is going to be hurting, man. Because those are 2... I admire those guys, not only for like their bodybuilding, you know, like they keep well in shape, and as you know, Fierce is trying to get back in shape, but their acting is amazing. Same thing with Predator. Predator's great. The first two Aliens are epic. Love it. There's not one scene in the first two Aliens that Fears did not like. The other sequels of Alien, they're alright. I like the first three. The other Aliens are crap, they're garbage. I still need to watch the last one. I haven't watched the last one out of that big movie collection, but don't worry, my friends, I will get around to it, but whew, holy God. The first three are pretty damn good. Like that one scene in the third one, Larry, where they pour the hot liquid metal onto the alien and like kills him in like 2 seconds. That's a great scene out of the third one. That's a good one. So yeah. Can you do a top 10 movie quotes from the 80s? What would be number one? Oh, you know what, Larry? I will definitely do that. Remind me. I'll make that as a topic one day. I'll make that as a topic one day, and I'll be like, all right, here's Fears' top favorite movie quotes from the 80s, starting with number 1, going up to number 10. I will definitely do that. So yeah. Vision says they handmade their knives in that one. Oh, did they? Oh, see, I didn't know that, Visions. Well, that's pretty damn cool. You know? But I'm telling you, if you guys look, there's even a scene where Sly, in the fourth one, he heats up the liquid metal, and he's banging the shit out of it, and then he pours it in water. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Because, one, I like all that handmade shit, because that's what someone would really do in real life if they wanted to make their own knife. I said, plus, that's what the character would do. That's what Rambo would do. He's good with his hands. He's good with improvising. And he's like, well, fuck it. It's time for a new mission. It's time for a new knife. Well, fuck buying one. I'll just make it myself, you know? And so he just makes it, and then there you go. There you go, Larry. That's a good one. Except Here's Johnny was from The Shining, and I think that's from the 70s. They made The Shining in the 70s, I believe. I think. Let's see. Larry says, Visions, random thought. I think you would like the show. Welcome back, Cotter. Well, that's with John Travolta, I believe. And I've never seen that. I've heard about it, but I'd like to see that too. Anyway, I'm going to take off, my friends. Fears has got to do some more laundry. And I'm going to edit. Well, I'm going to try to edit at least 2 videos tonight. Get some more content up. You know, I gotta get dinner rolling here soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know I did. I'm glad that today was a lot better day than yesterday. Was, like I said, it was fucking terrible yesterday. So let's just move past it, because man, yesterday was bad. Let's see. Vision says, I vaguely remember John Travolta saying, "Up your nose with a rubber hose," or "Get off my case, toilet face." I guess that's his quotes in that TV show. Wow. Those are pretty hilarious quotes, Visions. Get off my case, toilet face. That's pretty fucking hilarious. Hey, get off my case, toilet face. You know what? Up your nose with a rubber hose. You can kiss my ass, you know. I need to see this TV show, because at first I thought you were kidding, Visions, but apparently that is 2 of his famous quotes from that TV show. I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. All right. Well, double thumbs up. And this was a great show today. I wish all the shows were like this. Anyway. Yeah, remember those when you need to come back in the Discord. I will. I'll be like, hey, Joey, how about this? And then I would say one of those quotes. You know what? I'll be honest. If I said one of those quotes, they'd probably just troll the shit out of me for saying one of those quotes, you know. But those 2 quotes from that television show, that's the first time I've heard of those quotes, and that's pretty damn funny. That's pretty damn funny. That's pretty damn funny, my friend. Anyway. Well, I'm taking off, but as always, don't forget to like, oh, by the way, Visions, I didn't check the mail today, but I'm going to check it tomorrow before I go pick up my buddy Eric, because I think my order came in today. Oh, well, you know what? After the stream, I'll go check. So either I'll get it today or tomorrow. So I haven't checked my mail in 2 days, so I will check. So look out, guys, for a Exhumed Visions unboxing coming soon, because I ordered some more stuff. I'm just going to let you in on a little secret. One of the items was a Predator t-shirt. Oh, fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I cannot wait to wear it, my friend. So thank you in advance, Visions. Keep those $11, $10 shirts a rockin' and keep them. Well, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It's your own website, buddy, but I love those movie shirts. I love those movie shirts. You know, maybe a Goonies shirt. That'd be cool. A little Back to the Future. Yeah. Or, a little bit of RoboCop. Oh, shit. Let's see, what else? Goonies for sure. Oh, wait a minute. Or what if... Well, I don't know if... Well, I don't think Visions likes Ghostbusters as much as I do. A Ghostbuster shirt would be cool. But you know what? I'm not going to tell Visions what to do. Because anything you make is great, Visions. Plus, I love the little doodads that Visions throws in. You always surprise me, my friends, and you never disappoint. So, big shout out to Visions. There it is. But at some point, I'm going to go check. So I'll either check my mail tonight or tomorrow, my friend. Tonight or tomorrow. But look out for an unboxing pretty soon. I am tickled to death. I can't wait to do, because I haven't ordered anything in a while. So, but big shout out to the fans. Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. Stay safe out there. Keep up those positive vibes, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, viewing. All nothing but love. Throwing out love and good vibes out to the fans. You guys are awesome. You know, there wouldn't be a John Fears. There wouldn't be my 2 channels without all you guys. You guys are the best. And thanks so much for watching, my friends. And until next time, Mrs. Fears, signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the main channel, FearsMan26. The vlog channel, the one that you're watching right now, Fears Vlogs. Follow my buddy, Randy, his main channel, Cameo Man 2021, and the Mayor of Magic. Follow Larry Tate. Larry, get off your ass and make some more content. Do it now. I'm just joking, buddy. You can do whatever you want. It's your own channel. But follow Larry Tate at Larry Tate on YouTube. Follow, you know what? I'm feeling generous. Follow Carrie, Manic Carrie, mind you, at the Carrie Show. She hasn't made any content in a while, but follow her. She's pretty hilarious. So yeah. And last, but certainly not least, follow Sega. Lord Sega! King of those Segas. King of the Sega camps. King of the Wear camps, mind you. At the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp. The Sega Camp Gamer. Oh, the Sega Camp 22 on Twitch. That's right. Alright. I'm taking off, but Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And I will see you guys later. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you later. SHUNK!